Alright, so for the balance stabilization exercises, I have 3 that the athlete would be doing on day 1 of the stabilization phase. The first one, starting off fairly simple, is just going to be a single leg balance hold. So for this one, the athlete would pick their injured ankle, injured foot, which would be, for this example, my right foot. So they would place their right foot flat on the ground. They would remain upright as possible, standing nice and upright, engage the core, and then they would pick their uninjured leg or their foot off the ground just an inch. You don't need them to hike the non-injured leg way up here. You don't need to have them hold it way out here. Just a simple couple inches off the ground will do. So from here, ideally we want the athletes to have their hands on the hips, as this is the hardest position to hold for a balance perspective. If they can't do this, they can always extend their arms. This helps with the balance. But again, we want them to try to have their hands on their hips. A couple notes, you don't want the athlete to have their leg that's in the air touch or tap. You want them to have a solid hold without tapping for the set to count. Again, they can sway a little bit and that won't matter. They won't have to redo the set. But again, you want them to stray away from moving way over. You want them to plant firm and hold this position. And since this is an isometric exercise, we're not going to be doing reps. We're just going to be doing a 20-second hold from this position. So that's exercise 1. The next one is going to be a single leg balance hold with a resistance band pull. So for this one, you need to get your resistance band around an object that you can pull on. And so again, we're going to plant. It's going to be pretty much the same setup as the single leg balance. So we're going to plant our injured ankle on the ground, injured foot on the ground, flat on the ground. We're going to remain standing upright. And again, just this uninjured leg about an inch off the ground. From here, we're going to be standing straight up. And we're just going to perform like a banded row. So from here, banded row. Again, you want nice, slow movements. You don't want to be cranking. You want nice and slow movements. Again, each time you pull concentrically and then go eccentrically, you can feel the ankle working more than when it's just standing upright. And so again, a lot of people, when they'll do this, when they pull, they'll lean back. You want the athlete to stand straight up and pull straight up and back. Again, you don't want the athlete to tap their foot that's in the air, and you don't want them to sway a lot. Nice and upright, pull, nice and slow, and back. So that is the single leg balance with the resistance band pull. And the next one is going to be a single leg balance with a throw and catch. So right now I don't have a partner, but we'll just pretend I do and we'll go through it. So same thing as the last two. You want them to plant that injured ankle, injured foot on the ground, standing upright, engaging the core, non-injured leg, a foot off the ground. So from here, I have a medicine ball. This is going to be the generic exercise. Let's say you have an athlete that is playing baseball, basketball, or football, and you want to get more sport specific. You could definitely have like a basketball chest pass. You could have them play light catch while they're on the balance, maybe throwing catching a football. But for now, we'll just do generic. So that's why you have a medicine ball. So again, foot flat on the ground, non-injured leg and foot off the ground, an inch or two, standing upright. So from here, you would just play catch. Again, we're going to be doing this for reps. So all we're doing is doing a chest pass with the medicine ball to the partner. Partner catches it, and they throw it back, and you catch it. Again, try not to sway when you throw. A lot of people get their whole body into it. You want to stay as upright as possible and keep that leg nice and straight, nice and engaged, and throwing it back and forth to the partner. So as you can see, those 3 exercises have the same concept in mind. You want to stay as upright as possible, not tapping this off foot, and just staying straight up as possible.